Merry Christmas! All throughout this video, I'm going to be randomly placing thinkorswim share codes like this one. You will navigate to your open shared items from the setup in the top right here. You will type in the TOS share link exactly as it appears. If I can go ahead and get mine typed in quickly, preview and import. This share link is to my flexible grid setup. So you can close this pop-up and you should now see, if you load this up, the DTS Flex Grid available in your flexible grid setup. I will also be sharing trade strategies, studies, scanners, all throughout this entire video, so stick around. In the meantime, I'm going to discuss my 9-year trading journey, the steps that I went through to become a profitable trader, and what I believe you all should be doing to help achieve that level of profitability way quicker than it took me. I graduated from college in 2015, and while in college, I really had zero interest in the stock market. I paid next to no attention to it. However, I always had a very strong interest in learning how to make money in ways outside of a regular 9-to-5 job. So one day I'm in my apartment after graduation and I'm on YouTube watching videos of the largest gambling losses because haha, funny, right? And while scrolling, I actually come across a video of largest day trading losses. It was actually a warrior trading video. So shout out Ross Cameron for being my first spark into this world. And in watching that video, it was really the first time that I ever saw a real stock chart that looked like this. And I was immediately hooked. I've always been one for pattern recognition, and as I alluded to earlier, I've always been one for figuring out other ways outside of a 9-to-5 to make money. So I go down the rabbit hole hard. This is probably August, September 2015. I don't remember exactly, but basically every single day after work, I'm watching 3 to 4 hours of YouTube trading videos learning about this game. And I don't remember the exact timeline or the exact first stocks I ever bought because this was now over 9 years ago, but eventually I felt confident enough to open up a Robinhood account, put a few $1,000s in it, and I must have dawdled a little bit because the first trade I really actually remember is this chart that I've had loaded up here behind me, CRBP. I bought it during this insane run during September of 2016. This stock was like going up 10% every single day. And at this point, I'm a brand new trader, right? At this point, I'm really getting all my information from Wall Street Bets. Shout out old school Wall Street Bets. Those of you that might have been in there with me in 2015, 2016 know what I'm talking about. And FinTwit, right? I'm getting my information on which stocks to buy from like the worst 2 places. And anyway, this stock is flying like 10% a day. I eventually end up chasing it. I get in somewhere around here. Once again, I don't remember the exact trades, but I remember this thing had been on a run for a few weeks before I even bought it. It's on this run because it has a PDUFA date coming up very soon. The FDA is going to decide on their flagship drug very soon. Retail is all hyped about it. I buy here. At its peak up here, I'm up over $1,000. As a beginner trader, this is absolutely insane. It's probably why this is the first trade I remember taking. But once again, of course, I'm reading stock twits, I'm reading Wall Street Bets. They all say to hold because the FDA is going to pass this drug and this stock is going to go up another 3, 4, 500%. You all know the ridiculous expectations that retail has online of stocks. So I don't sell any shares. I continue to hold. At some point, I end up down like $300, $400. So as a brand new trader with a very small account, I've gone from up $1,000 to down a couple $100. This sucks, but I do keep holding. I trust what I'm reading from randoms on the internet that have no idea what they're talking about, and I get extremely lucky. The PDUFA date comes out, the FDA does approve their drug, and this stock does fly. Actually, in pre-market, it was trading up even above this level. I remember selling above my previous highs, and luckily, I was at least smart enough to sell the stock in pre-market. I still The memory will never leave my head of waking up that morning, checking my Robinhood account as I do every single day, and seeing that I'm up $1,300, $1,400 in the trade. Absolutely mental. I sell, lock in a very nice profit. And of course, that gets me even more hooked in this game. What do you do after making one very profitable and very lucky trade? You think you're a professional at this and you leverage up. So the next thing that I did is I went and bought a funded account. I believe I paid $500 for it. They give you $2,000 of leverage in which you're allowed to lose up to a maximum of 600. However it works, I don't exactly remember. I don't even remember the name of the company, nor would I want to shout them out right now anyway, because it was some shady offshore around the PDT rule type stuff. You all probably know what I'm talking about, but I end up buying one of these. I blow it within a month. I buy another one. I blow it within a couple weeks. I then go, okay, look, maybe I got lucky. This isn't working. Stopped real money trading for a while, went back to studying, paper traded for a handful of months. This is about the time that I opened this Thinkorswim account at the time through TD Ameritrade, now obviously owned by Charles Schwab. But my number one goal with this account was just don't blow it. And obviously it's the account that I still utilize. I ended up never blowing this account. At this point, I've explained like the whole intro story to my trading career, but now we can really skip 3-4 years down the road, because for those 3 to 4 years, I'm a break-even trader. I even go back and forth from trading real money and trading paper money, just trying to really get a grasp on this thing. I feel like at this point, I have learned that I need to set rules and follow them. And that was like enough to keep me break even. And I have heard stories from a lot of other traders that they go through a long period like this as well. In the beginning, you don't know that you need to have rules and to follow them. You think you know everything, so you lose money. You figure out, those of you that don't quit, you figure out, hey, I probably need to follow some rules here. You do that, but you don't yet know the right kind of rules that you should be creating to follow, right? So just following rules, like not breaking your rules, is typically enough to be a break-even trader. The randomness of the stock market will keep you break even as long as you're following your rules, right? Before you really learn what kind of rules to create, and that begins to jumpstart your actual profitable trading journey. Come 2020, 4 years after I took that one big CRBP trade that we went over, and obviously during lockdown, I feel confident enough in my trading, and listen, we really got nothing else going on. It's lockdown, that I begin to live stream over on Twitch. Every single morning, I am live streaming my trades. That is where trading stocks, this account originates from. This journey, a lot of you that maybe were watching me in some of these early days know that in 2020, in 2021, I'm like celebrating like $8, $9, $10 trades. Like I'm real happy as long as I'm green at all. That's still the size we're talking about. Maybe I'm starting to figure out a little bit of uptrend in P&L, but it's largely still sideways and the profits are very small. At this point in late 2020, early 2021, once again, I don't remember the exact date, but something clicks. I'm in bed at night thinking about stock trading, as we do, right? I'm not the only one, as we all do. Anyway, I think the stock market is nothing but data. It's just a very large data warehouse. Wherever there is data, there are statistics that you can manipulate for your advantage. I also graduated with a degree in computer science. I began to think, could I create codified, objective trading strategies and prove statistics that are profitable over time? So I began to build some of that stuff within Thinkorswim, because Thinkorswim has this very amazing ability to create custom studies, custom strategies, custom scanners, etc. So I build a handful of strategies, a handful of custom studies, and I almost immediately begin to see not only much more consistent profit, but once you're making more consistent profit, you can also up your trade size. I had a lot more confidence in my trade. So I go from making, $10 a day and being happy to making $100 a day and being happy almost immediately after I begin codifying my trading. And remember, I'm doing this live on stream. I am real-time trading live for typically over 100 people every single morning. Eventually, while seeing my success, people begin to reach out to me and ask me if I can share my trading strategies with them. Well, I don't work really hard on something and then just give it away for free. That's kind of a crazy way to go about life, especially for someone who's money hungry like I am, and probably all of you are. That's why we are in this stock trading game. So what I do is I end up creating a Google Drive and I end up giving the link to that drive to people subscribing to my Twitch account. It's just a way for me to share the links with people while getting some kickback and not making them like mass available. So you just got like hundreds and thousands of people trying to trade these same strategies once they reach the open internet, right? And this gains like more popularity than I expected it to. Enough people are signing up for this that it really becomes impossible to manage with Google Drive memberships, right? So I end up creating my own website called daytradingstrategies.net where I begin to publish all of my proven codes. And of course, this website exists today. If you would like to check it out, it'll be linked in the description down below. Into our codes, into Thinkorswim, you can access over 80 published strategies, scanners, studies, etc. Every single code coming with one of these handy share links that I've been sharing throughout this video. In fact, here's 2 more for you. And all you need to do, copy the share link into your Thinkorswim up here in open shared item and access any of my codes that easily. And since it's Christmas right now, when you go click on our codes to sign up, use discount code HOLIDAYS at checkout, and your first month will only be $15. That's 80 plus codes for $15. Think about the last stupid thing you bought for $15 and think about the opportunity cost that comes with this $15. I do have it set up as a membership because I am always adding and updating the codes to the website. So I, of course, hope you decide to remain subscribed to continue receiving updated codes. However, if you don't want to do that, if you just want to spend $15, download what I've got now. You can easily cancel at any time under the My Account tab, so don't feel like you're locked in or anything like that. Also, once you sign up, you're going to get direct access to me. You're going to get access to my personal email, so I will be there to guide you through any questions you may have as well. So don't be worried about getting lost in this new website and in code itself. Daytradingstrategies.net, linked in the description down below once again. And I build all that up about the website to continue our story from this new foundation. This website has seen so much success, gained so much popularity. It's really changed my life and my family's life. I have since left my 9-to-5 job, so now I have all working day to focus on trading and to focus on building new codes for the website. Also, the site has gained so much popularity that it has been months now since I've even needed to withdraw money from my trading profits. I'm able to survive day to day based on the business solely. This is amazing because this allows for me to compound my trading account so that I can much more quickly be taking larger positions for larger profits, which is huge. Nowadays, I am focused almost solely on swing trading for my personal account. I have a 2-year-old son now. I stopped streaming on Twitch in January of this year to spend more time with him. I also don't day trade all day because I want to not spend as much time on the computer, / when I am spending time on the computer, a lot of it is to work on the business, right? That's still a lot of work. Like I left the 9-to-5, but I still have a lot of work to do with the business. So for my actual trading, almost solely focused on swing trading, meaning I am trading the daily chart, holding my trades for multiple days, if not multiple weeks at a time. It's not that I never day trade. If I have time, I'll dabble, and especially after a stock makes a massive move. This stock, DRUG, went up 3,000% in a day. That following trading day, I was trading low float stocks all day because I know from my 9 years of experience, after a low float stock has an insane day like this, the likelihood for continuation the following day throughout the low float space is much higher. So situations like that, like special situations, I will still day trade, but just almost exclusively focused on swing trading nowadays. So that's my journey. That's my 9-year trading past. Let's now layer that and talk about what I would do if I was a beginner trader again with all the knowledge that I have now. Maybe where a lot of you all are sitting in your trading journeys. What I would do is I would objectify trading strategies. This means that there needs to be real, literal reasons for your entrances and for your exits. For instance, we're looking at my reversal strategy here. This strategy looks to buy dips on strong stocks. However, you can't just say that, right? You can't just say, I want to make a trade strategy that buy dips on strong stocks. What does that mean? How do you quantify that? How do you build statistical evidence around that? In my example, the stock must be trading above the 200 simple moving average. That's how I know it is a strong stock, and the RSI must be below 40. That is how I know this is now a strong stock currently on a dip. I have quantified and objectified my reason for entrance. I can begin to build statistical evidence around that to prove whether the strategy works or not. It's not just some BS trade idea I came up with. I'm actually building correct entrances and even maybe more importantly, correct exits based off of the strategy, because you can have the perfect trade idea for entrances. And I think everybody likes to focus on where to buy stocks, but if you don't know where to sell them, and that doesn't mean just hold on to them for as long as you can and try to sell the top. That's not what that means. You have to know the proper risk to reward based off of the win percentage of your entrance that's going to make you money over time. Anyway, ranting about how to objectify strategies over, begin to focus on that key concept. Second step, you test, right? Because it really doesn't mean anything. Okay, great, you have built a profitable strategy, but you need to test, you need to optimize, you need to change the parameters of the strategy, see how it impacts your average trade P&L, see how it impacts your max drawdown percentage. And these first two steps are really where my website comes into play. You don't need to sign up to my website to become a profitable trader. Codifying your trading is not necessary. You can do every step I just mentioned manually. But what codifying your trading is going to do, what getting access to my codes is going to do, is it's going to give you a huge head start and it's going to save you so much time. Once you have access to codified trading strategies that you can then tweak to fit your style, you can then optimize, backtest over and over and over again with just a couple of mouse strokes and keyboard clicks rather than having to spend hours, weeks, and months worth of time every time you want to optimize a strategy, going back through and finding every instance of that entrance and that exit manually and performing all the calculations yourself. Then, of course, once you have built and optimized your strategy in backtesting, it's time to take it to real money trading. But when you go to real money trading, you need to start with small size and you need to journal every single trade you take. This is called forward testing. And the point of forward testing is to ensure that your back-tested strategy also provides the same sort of statistics it did in backtesting in live market trading. So you journal every single one of your trades and you take these same statistics and you compare them with your back-tested statistics. If they fall close to in line, then you know the strategy is transferring well from back testing to live money, and you can begin to scale up that strategy and add it into your growing arsenal of trading strategies. My third and final tip to increase your likelihood of becoming a profitable trader is to study trading psychology. Trading psychology, kind of boring, not as fun as studying trade strategies, right? But for every trade strategy hour that you spend studying, you should spend 3 hours studying psychology, because it doesn't matter at all. You could have the best trading strategy in the world. You could have the exact same strategy that a very profitable trader has. But if you don't have the right psychology to stick to that strategy, you're still not going to make money. A book that really changed my life in this area is called Treyding in the Zone by Mark Douglas. I could not recommend it any more. Go read that book and continue to study trading psychology throughout your trading career, as it will help keep you in line with the strategies that you're testing. So that's my journey and my tips for helping speed up your journey towards becoming a profitable trader. Hopefully you liked it, and hopefully you enjoy the codes that have been given away throughout this video. If you did, please take the half second, hit the like button. If you would like to continue learning, make sure you subscribe to this channel. And if you would like to get a huge head start on your journey towards becoming a better trader, make sure you check out and sign up to daytradingstrategies.net, linked in the description down below this video. With all that being said, I'll catch you all in the next one.